saying? So I cut there. You want to get a cheap piece of bungee cord, cut it about maybe 8 inches, 6 inches, and tie a knot. Just a simple drill goes right through this stuff. Anything works. Zip ties work, but I just use that. That keeps it pretty tight. If you really are in rough water, I buckle it tighter. Any kind of clips work great. I find that these are the best. Now this would be facing my back so I can get to the rods. This is a cheap, you can get this at Bass Pro Shop. These actually stretch out and hook onto the clips. Depending on your kayak is how you would. So the working mechanics of this crate is I put a piece of just a piece of Trek wood that I had laying around, zip tied it onto one side. That gives this a lot of support. I'm sure you could attach it without that, or even use just 2 pieces of strip wood, whatever you have laying around. But then the other thing is you want to drill on top here of the short piece, see the holes, and then right along the rim, and then just zip tie it. I always put the zip ties inside, that way they're not scratching you, and that's pretty much it. And then basically for me in this kayak, I have to undo these, and you know, if you ever did flip over, you want your gear to stay with the kayak. So again, you want to put, now this has these 2 tabs here. It's just the make of the kayak. So basically, it stops it from coming forward. It's a little loose still, right? So then you have these clips here. Now I make it easier just to clip it on here. This thing will move around, but it will not leave the boat. And so then you have it like this, and then these straps, just to keep them out of the way, I go over and I run them right where the rod holders are. The rod holders are key to make this thing kind of buckle down with these bungees. I need new bungees. So now it still moves. When you want to get your gear out, like I like having this hat, my couple doodads. The other thing I keep in here is the things I use. The anchor. For this river, I run this, and it's all sized out for my kayak. But see, I have here this little roller carabiner. You can pick them up at Lowe's. And then you want to tie the end somewhere secure. I usually tie it to the seat, which isn't on yet. But basically what I do here is I put my seat in here. Hopefully I'm not in the way. I saw. Are you waiting for the ramp? Are you okay getting on that side, or you want me out of there?
Oh, that's all right. I get it.
Okay. So this goes here. Where the heck is it? Right here. So back to the anchor, you get your end. I tie it right here. Just a simple knot. So as I'm fishing, you pull this up. This is another neat thing. These are kind of hard to find. But see, I have a hoop here. That hoop pulls that anchor right up onto the, and then when I get to a spot, this extra line is all you need. Drop that anchor and you drift back about 10, 15 feet, depending on how deep it is, and then you fish.
Well,
Seems to work out great.
That's Fisherman Pat's kayak fishing setup.
Yeah.
Pretty slick.
Yeah.
All right,
Well, I got it from somebody else, but I didn't get their name. But it's it works for me. Again, all these little items that you use every time you fish, you just keep them in your crate. The crate goes inside the garage, and it's always nice to have clips. I always anything I find that can clip stuff, it's nice just to have excess tie downs. Everything I use fishing wise gets tied down, usually to these seats, because the straps aren't coming off. But if my bag fell in the water, now I keep this up on top like so. Usually my net, hopefully I use it today, goes right there. This guy comes over here to there. That way, when I have my net and net the fish, I can get either side. Because you never know which side the fish is coming in on. Good boy. Or girl. Yeah, other than that, I got a leash. One is always with me. I have one on here, but I like this one a lot better. The leash keeps that from going bye-byes. But let me get my gear out of
All
the
right,
truck.
thanks for
But
the tour, Pat.
Hopefully